I thought I was doing a pre-recorded video, and it turns out that I'm doing a live. So now that we're here, let's get into it.
Get busy in here, get busy in here. Yeah, my squad run deep. Yeah, we really in here. I swear whatever you want, you can get it in here. Comedy or the drama, it's a mixture in here. But you love it in here. Yeah, you love it in here. Got reviews up in here. We got stories in here. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit the bell. Oh yeah, 3 clicks like the shoes on Dorothy in here.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy BusyBlu, and I am back with another recap and review. Today, I'm recapping and reviewing Summer House Season 2, Episode 4. Before we get into this video, make sure you like, you comment, subscribe. Y'all, I really thought I was doing a pre-recorded video because I wanted to have the thumbnail up before I did it, and then I was going to pre-record it, and then I was going to put it, I was going to pre-record it. And then I was just gonna put it up like normally, like because these are normally my Summer House reviews. I don't talk to y'all live. I don't got time to hear what y'all have to say. But once I got here and I pushed go live, and I was thinking, wait, it shouldn't be live, but it's too late. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how y'all felt about the show. If you're watching it, if you have watched it, if you've seen it, what have you. This episode was okay. It was too much chaos. It was too much chaos. Let me shut this computer down. I've done too much today on this channel, in my personal life. I've done too much, and at work. But y'all, this episode was okay. I don't know, something about the way that some of the individual, hey, Sunshine, she said, I don't watch it, but I support. But I want to support. Oh, I love that for you. And I love that for me. I don't know. Some of it is just giving like, I don't know. I get everybody's feelings. So let's just go through it and then we'll see what comes out. So we start where we left off in the last episode. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to do the review of the last episode. And I'll try to reach out comments throughout this, but we start off where we left off in the last episode, where we're coming back from dinner. Summer is still upset. She's frustrated. She don't got time for the girls, and she's getting upset. Now, the way she feels about Jordan, I've had friends like that. No shade to Jordan, but Jordan is the friend that a lot of people like to get around and protect, even though they're really nasty people. If that makes sense. Like, Jordan's not nice. She can be unkind. She yells. She has problems. She has things she needs to do. But nobody can press her about it. And nobody say nothing. And then if somebody tries to, everybody come to Jordan's defense and not the defense of the person who also feels like they are frustrated or hurt or something like that. And I had a friend like that, where I was like, she could treat you however she wanted to treat you. Everybody's gonna be okay with it, but you can't step back to her. And that stuff is tiring. It is tiring. So they still fighting. Summer's upset. She's frustrated. She don't got time for this. She's slamming the car door, and she says she told Jordan not to speak to her disrespectfully, and still Jordan still does the same thing. So she's yelling at her, trying to tell her, I told you how I felt. You don't respect me. You don't respect my feelings. I don't like this about you. She slams the door. She goes inside. In the car, Preston is like, well, I just feel like Summer, telling Jordan, I feel like Summer feels like only you can blow up and everybody else can't really have feelings about everything. Summer's going in. She's going from room to room. She's upset. The girl is distraught. She doesn't feel like anybody's listening to her, that she can't have feelings. So everybody goes up to check on her, try to support her, see what's going on. She's yelling from the bathroom. 3 hours ago, I was sitting there and I was coddling you and I was helping you and I was hugging you when you were going through what you were going through. And you're trying to say that I'm not a supportive friend and any other things that I'm doing are not right. She was really hurt, but then Shanice farted and then we stopped talking about it. I don't know. Jordan comes in and she kind of overhears some of the stuff that Summer was talking about. And then Jordan, and I'm sorry, and I don't care what y'all say, manipulative tactics. She comes in and she's like, she used something personal against, first of all, you filming a TV show. I want to start there. because I have this same problem with somebody else later on in the episode. First of all, we filming a TV show. And there's bathrooms and cameras everywhere. And you had a whole conversation about your wig launch and what you're doing with your daddy, this and that. Now it's, hey, how dare she share this personal moment that I had? And it was just, I was feeling vulnerable and it's very personal. And I don't know. So y'all can throw tomatoes at me. I wasn't feeling it. And I wasn't moved. I felt like she took that opportunity to say that Summer's even more of a bad person than she is. And, I just felt I was so exposed and I just can't. And I went to her just to go to her for comfort. And then this is how she replaced me. And she tells my business. And girl, and what she didn't give all of that. Like she did. Summer didn't give all of that. Like she really didn't. And then she starts crying, and it was a vulnerable moment for me. And she, Naya, my hair's fall every drink every time she says her hair is falling out. Child, you'll be drunk. You'll be drunk in 30 minutes. Every time that Jordan says my hair's falling out, everybody take a shot. And no shade to her alopecia, because that's a serious thing. I told you it runs in my family. But I don't like how she tried to flip this situation on Summer. Summer was upset, and she felt like, girl, every time I had something to say, every time I'm ready to talk, it's a problem. I can't raise my voice and I can't act the fool, but we allow you to do it. And then as soon as Summer has an issue, now Jordan wants to come in. Oh my God, did I overhear her sharing something about something that I'm going to be sharing with the world on Bravo Network? Girl, bye. I don't. Bougie said, I don't like Jordan at all. Summer didn't say anything that revealed any personal info at all. At all. What's going on with my computer? Oh, it was updating. And also then Jordan says that she doesn't like that Summer talked to Jasmine, the person that she has bad blood with right now, somebody who she's not really communicating with, and she's able to talk to her about something that's very personal to me. And I felt like that, in that situation, it was really wrong. Whatever. We're gonna get back to this conversation because we have to have it again. So Jordan at how y'all felt about it? Whose side y'all on? Jordan it's a no for me. Sorry, I'm on Summer's side. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Noelle is upset. Nah, to be honest, girl, that was embarrassing. That really was embarrassing. That scene was embarrassing. I know your mom was like, when you talked to her later, girl, that scene was embarrassing. That scene was embarrassing. You didn't even know I like you. Did you even know anything like that, girl? You was giving cute and everything, and that boy was like, I like your clothes. You seem kind of cool or whatever. That was embarrassing. So she's crying because she feels as if she gave her feelings to Alex and nothing was reciprocated. She feels so embarrassed. She was sitting on the bed by herself. If I could hug her, I would, because that was embarrassing. You did embarrass yourself, Noelle. After that, we get to the next morning. Alex is going from place to place, asking the people if they want to go to church. I guess he grew up Pentecostal. Church was something that he was always into. It seemed like he was in the choir because they had a picture of him singing, so he needed to go to church. I don't remember them going to church last season. Do y'all remember the church happening last season? I feel like that's a new thing that they're doing, but anyway, they're going to go to see the Lord. While those people go to church, we got Summer and Preston. They're sitting on the couch and talking. And she's like, so what's going on? And he's like, look, I feel like you and Jordan, y'all have an issue because she feels as if now, because now the goalpost is moved. You get what I'm saying? They've changed what the issue is. Because Summer's problem is, I don't like the fact that you get to act however you want to act. And when I have a blow up or a situation, I can't talk to you the way that you talk to everybody else. Also, I've been your friend. I communicate with you. And I also was back there while you were sitting there crying. I was sitting there making sure that you were going to be okay, letting you know how beautiful you are, this and that. But when I didn't have an issue, now it's such a big thing and people can't take me. That's out of control. Now we skipping past all of that stuff because now Jordan has a new issue. And Jordan's new issue is the fact that she felt like Summer gave up personal information. So now we just going to disregard any of the other stuff and we going to jump straight to, well, she felt like you gave personal information out. Summer was like, look, I did not do that. And I don't know who said that. It's like, well, Shanice is the one who was running around saying that you told her or you were talking about what was going on with Jordan. Summer didn't do that. She didn't say that. It didn't happen that way. All she was doing was venting about the fact that she feels frustrated that everybody else get to do whatever they want to do, especially Jordan. But when I have feelings, it's too much of a situation, and that's unfair. So Preston was like, look, this has nothing to do with me. You need to just talk to Shanice about what she's telling everybody else, and then Jordan. And maybe you and Jordan need to know how to learn how to communicate with each other. No, Jordan needs to learn how to communicate with other people. This whole up and down thing that y'all allow her to do is really frustrating to me, and I don't get it. Yeah, said Jordan act like she gave out her W2. She was doing so much, and she had already put that information. Let me leave it on. After that, we got Bria. Now, we should have known this was going to be a thing. Bria's going around. Did he ask you to go to church? Did Alex ask you to go to church? I wasn't asked to go to church. First of all, she walking around looking like Maya Angelou. Okay. And then did he ask you to go to church? Did he ask you to go to church? He didn't ask me to go to church. Who was asked to go to church? Did you get a church invite? Okay. Still, we move. From there, Noelle and Summer, they go out to the beach. I mean, to the pool, and basically talk about what happened yesterday. She was like, so how did it go with Alex? And Noelle was like, I feel, I don't want to cry. Oh, so they're saying I got it. Oh, man. They're talking about what happened with Alex. And basically, Alex is saying what happened with Alex. And Noelle's saying that she feels very frustrated about the conversation that she had with Alex, and she feels very stupid. He basically rejected her from her standpoint, and it's embarrassing. And then we get more background information about her. Her being rejected by men is just like something that's very frustrating to her. And she's been, so it seems as if her mother and her father got a divorce when she was young. And since then, her dad decided he didn't want to be a part of her life. So she's having this battle with men affection. And she was saying how she's tried everything. She's been very open with her dad. She's tried to communicate with him. And for some reason, he just doesn't want to be her dad. And can I get a tissue? Oh man. Talking about how then the feeling with Alex and the rejection kind of brought up more emotions. Thank you. I'm sorry. Brought up more emotions for her because it's almost like she's never going to get that male affection. She's never going to get those feelings. And it was just another person who kind of rejected her, which really was frustrating because I feel like Noelle's like I feel like she's so cool. I love her as an addition to the show. And I do think that I thought it was weird when she went to Alex and was like, so did you know that I liked you, this and that, and you're dancing on this girl, and I need to tell you. But for her to be that open about, hey, I just I think you're cool. I kind of like you. I think that that's endearing. And then understanding, because, I grew up without my dad. So it was so relatable because I felt like, especially when it comes to like my partnerships or whatever, I felt like for the longest time, because I've had male role models who some have just died and then the others have decided they just don't want to be a part of my life. It made me emotional because I feel like I have been in the cycle where I feel like I'm just never going to get male affection or attention, and I gravitate more towards women, and because they built me up more and they love me, and it reminds me of my mom, and they understand my feelings and get me. And it's frustrating when you're trying to just find some type of male affection or a friend or something. And I don't know. I got so emotional watching that and seeing her cry and talk about how she tried everything she could. She's tried so much to be in her father's life, and he's just not taking any of the bait. And how frustrating that is. So then when it came to like talking to Alex, it brought up those feelings again. It was just, I'm sorry, y'all. It was so emotional. And I forgot that this part was in the freaking thing. I'm looking through my notes because I got sad when watching that. I remember telling my partner, I was like, I don't think I can review this episode because it reminds me of like the trauma and the pain that I know, or the cycle that I know I've gone through. So it was kind of hard to see her operate like that. So what I will say is that what I am proud of is the fact that I think that she has like an amazing mom who, you know, despite it all, like, girl, you too strong to be acting like this, which reminds me of my mom. So moving on, I'm so sorry, y'all. Moving on from there, they come back from church. Bria is upset again. She's still going. So how was church? Why was I not invited to church? You wanted to go to church. Why did the people not go to church? How did you feel about the church? I wish I would have been invited to the church. Girl, she know how to break up. Why wasn't I invited to the church? I wanted to go to the church. Why wasn't I invited to the church? I wanted to see what the church was like. Okay, we get it, Bria. You didn't get to see the Lord. You want to go next time? Okay, you can come next time. Child, the other people was like, I don't want to go to the Lord. I'm not seeing that. The person was like, church has never been my thing. I don't want to go. Then here go Amir pontificating. You know, I just feel like if you take Christianity and if you take voodoo, if you take Buddhism and Hinduism and you put all of those things together and you pick up pieces of every religion. Y'all saw how Preston was looking at Amir. He was like, all you got to do is put those things together, and that's really connection. That's really what religion is. And you put these things together and you really, girl, shut up. You would take your big booty and go into another room. So from there, Noelle had decided to call her mother after she got done with her conversation with Summer, and she talked to her mom. First of all, let me say this, and I don't know if I'm just a traditional, you know, person. I'm 17 minutes in. I'm not even halfway through this. I need to busy go faster. I would never swear in front of my mother. I have to be like extremely angry and forget that my mom's there. But she was like, so you remember there was a guy that I told you I kind of slick liked a little bit, you know, this and that. And she's like, I'm not a raggedy bee or so. She was doing something. And I'm thinking, you talk about your mother like that? You talking to your mother like that? So she's telling her mom, like, she feels like she embarrassed herself going to talk to the guy that really liked her, and she feels like she needs to like get over that, and she feels embarrassed because she is not the type of girl. Because Noelle's very beautiful to me. Like, I feel like she can get whatever man she wants, and she felt like now I'm sitting here on national television. I embarrassed myself trying to talk to him, and she started crying. And her mom was like, "Let me tell you something. If you don't shut those tears down immediately." But no, it's like, I'm just not a crazy bee. I would never, Girl, we ain't got time for all of that. He's not the man for you. He wasn't the man for you. And it's time to move on. Girl, you too pretty. So I love how her mom is like, she said her mom was a rock. She always held her down. They got each other. They lift each other up. So I felt like that was a good seeing her talk to her mother. After that, we get Inkwell Beach. Nothing really happened. They went, they played games. That's it. Then we get back home. I love that. I want to get a tour of the house. Can we see the whole entire house? Child, Amir asked them if they want to help bring recyclables and trash outside. Child, they went outside. There was a whole garden. There was watermelon growing. You could pick it straight out the vine. I want to see the house. It just looked like so much was going on there. And they're not showing us enough. They showed us inside. They got these black people sleeping in these bunk beds, which I'm not going to start even getting into, Bravo, because I haven't watched the other summer houses, so I don't know how y'all really put the girls up in places. Maybe they all look like these bunk bed things, but I want to see the house. So once they get back, Summer and Jordan, they decide to have a talk. Oh, God. Summer started talking about who her father is. I need more of that story. I don't remember us talking about her trying to figure out who her daddy is. I don't know. Jordan said, I just didn't understand what the problem was, you know, and the fact that you shared a vulnerable moment that I was going through with the group, and that's kind of the issue with what I'm dealing with you. At that moment, I got frustrated. Okay, and I was with Summer when Summer said, hold on. If we gonna talk, can we start from the beginning? Let's start from scratch, Gra. You not gonna come here and talk to me about the newest issue that you have with me today. Girl, let's start from the beginning. My problem with you from the beginning is the fact that I don't like how you communicate, and I was caring for you and being respectful to you. And then here's Jordan. Well, I just feel like that was a violation of what I was going through. And now I'm just like, do I tell her things? Because that was a private moment that I shared with you. And then you went and you told the private moment. Girl, this new issue that you got. And I hate when people do that. If I'm in a fight with you and we're about to be we're in an argument and we know why the argument started, I don't need you bringing up the newest thing. And sometimes people use the most. Well, I didn't like how you came into this room. Girl, that is not what we're about to argue about. We're about to talk about something else before we get to your new issue about the privacy. Anyway, someone was like, look, all I was saying is that I was being respectful to you. I was caring for you. I did everything respectfully. And I didn't like that then you get the disrespect to be however you want to be. Child, Jordan said it like this. And then had the nerve to be like, well, I'm just saying I didn't like that you shared them. Someone was like, okay, fine, sure, okay. You didn't like that. I apologize. I apologize if you felt like I took your vulnerable moment and you and told your business. I didn't feel like I did that, but I'm sorry. Okay, can you forgive me for that? I mean, Jordan just annoyed me. I mean, I'm just gonna be thinking about whether or not like you're gonna tell my business the next time. I'm just not sure. Girl, and this is the point where I feel like it's unfair to Summer, and she really should have got up and walked away. Your feelings are not going to be resolved, and she's not going to care about them, because we got to care about only what Jordan's going through, because her hair is falling out. So if Summer's like, oh look, I feel like I can't be angry, or only you get a chance to be angry, and this is what Jordan does. So then Summer's like, okay, well, do you feel like you could trust me? I feel like the trust kind of went out the window, but I just know that, moving forward, I'm just not going to share as much anymore. I would have slapped. I'm sorry, y'all. That whole scene got me very frustrated, because I've been on the other end where it's like somebody slapped your cup down, and then now you mad about your cup getting slapped, right? And it's like, I can't believe she did that. And I was the one who gave her food the other day. And now her thing was like, oh, did he just talk about giving me food? And people didn't know that I needed food. Now I'm mad at him for talking. So now when I'm like, I didn't like the fact that you slapped my cup down, that really made me upset. No, not the new issue. Yeah, but outside of that, why would you talk about the food issue? Girl, this led to that. We are not going to play this. I just can't. I can't. Jordan made me upset. I didn't want to deal with it. I hated the scene. Jordan is a B. After that, we get to dinner. Child, that food looked crazy. And I know that these supposed to be upper echelon, or at least young people doing it in the world. Girl, when Big Booty Amir was like, we got Philly cheese steaks, no cheese. What are we doing here? Like, literally, what are we doing here? Those slow cooked beef tips, bone in, because they did have bone in. Look, Bart. What are we doing here? Child, the food just looked a mess. I couldn't deal with it. They was eating and toasting and talking, and Alex, like he's so good with Jordan, he was saying how he's starting to notice that, look, something's going on with Jordan, and she's not, really saying a lot. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Okay. After that, we get to the next day. Apparently the next day is Sabrina's day. And you know what? I did I don't watch the other summer houses, winter houses, whatever houses, fall houses, spring houses. I don't watch them. Do they make it so blatantly obvious that people are planning these days and getting the events together? Because that's what they're doing this season. Also, I'll be damned if I'm going on vacation and Alex come in my room talking about you going to church. No. Get out of here. No, I mean, no shade to the Lord. Love God thoroughly. But still. So I said, big booty Amir, start coming for Amir. I really used to love Amir. He used to be my favorite one until, I saw his, yeah. I realized I'm not really not one of the faves. I mean, I guess I should have known something when he got on his knees for Andy and Watch What Happens Live, talking about something. Can you? And he was sliding into Andy Cohen's DMs. Y'all didn't go back and watch. I'm not making nothing up. He was sliding into Andy Cohen's DMs. And then he was flirting with all these girls, but then the one you pick is kind of okay. But good to look at. Love to see him leave. Love to watch him walk away. Okay. So moving up from there is Bria's day. Bria's talking to Simon. She arguing with him. Why you ain't get a flight out yet? He's saying that the flight's too much. Am I making this up? Didn't he come last year and give everybody a Rolex, a car, a new dog, and a family? Like, did he show up last year, give everybody a car, family, a watch? No, he talking about the flight's too much. And she's like, well, what do you mean? I just looked at him. He's like, I just looked at him too, girl. I just had to get off of work. And you yelling at me about flights and what's going on. But she's like, I miss penis and I really want to have sex. And AI people or whatever, they need to create glasses where you can see the whole body. You can still, girl, nobody, I really don't care about Bria getting any type of penis. I really don't care. Anyway, she's setting up Bria's world, which really looks like a circus. And it just looks so strange with what they got going on. So they're setting up whatever Bria's about to do outside. It looks stupid to me. And the problem is when you have such a big space, you really got to utilize all of it or it just looks sparse. Because Bria's world was given that Glasgow Willy Wonka chocolate factory. Bria's world was given that Willy Wonka chocolate factory event that they had in Glasgow. It was getting Fire Island. It just did. I can't. But anyway, so moving up from there, we get a scene with Jasmine. Jasmine was talking to Simon, and she's like, "Look, I think that people are gonna start to tell." She said she's moving into her second trimester. This is what's blowing my mind. How they been trying to make it seem like they don't know that she's pregnant and she needs to reveal this, and everybody's really scared about it. But remember when they showed a clip of her showing the phone to Simon. The lady is pregnant. Like literally, the lady is pregnant, and she's trying to make it seem like I don't know how much longer I can hold it in. Girl, hold it in. Hold it in. She might as well walk around like this. That lady was with child, very clearly. So she's like, I think I need to get a chance to talk to them because now I'm going into my second trimester. It's time to let the girls know. So he's like, well, we'll see. He does get a chance to talk to them. He says something about, that means I love y'all, whatever. Moving up from there, we get to Bria's event. Child, she brought out these alpacas. There was popcorn, cotton candy. There was a random tent that was set up. She came in with alpacas. Milo didn't know what to do. He was like, what are you walking? Why am I not a part of it? What was the event? Well, I'm sorry. What was the event? I really didn't get it. And that is bothersome to me. I just say, what was the event? Okay. Bougie said, I'm so over pregnancy news. We don't need any pregnant people in relationships or something. I was gonna say that, but I'm gonna bring it up later on because when she was stressed and they kept saying, let's do shots. Like I think more conversation than other things will soothe me because I can't have a cocktail. But anyway, we move over there. Because y'all said I don't understand why they make these people a secret pregnancy. It was just it's really stupid to me. M said Jordan really is a mean girl, and I finally realized in this episode. I kept screaming, "Summer, stop apologizing." Also, Jordan being mad at her hair was brought up and told by Summer kissing. Y'all, something just fell in this room. What was that? Hold on. What was that? Okay. Anyway, that spooked me. So moving over there, but yeah, Jordan is the villain, and I was mad that entire part of the episode. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care how much of her hair is falling out. You don't have to be a cunt. So moving on from there, everybody's just trying to figure out what the hell's going on. We got the alpacas, they're away. They start talking about, you know, who's coming, who's excited, this and that. So then they say, Bria, what's happening to Simon? And she was like, what do you mean? Yeah, where's Simon? Why is Simon not, you know, here? Is everything okay? Bria's like, I don't want to share anything with you guys, okay? I'm a private. I hate the reality show TV girlies who are private people. I hate the reality show TV girlies who are like, I'm a private person. Do you not see that camera? Do you not see that camera? I'm not a private person. They're asking me about Simon. Why do I have to say something about Simon? Why do I have to bring that up? Girl, you're on TV. I just can't take it. So then we go from there. Some people decide to go to sleep. We do get a beautiful. I love Noelle so much, and I want only the best for her. Of Noelle doing Jordan's hair and talk to her about it. What's really strange to me, and I'm sorry, people who gave her an endorsement, people who gave Jordan a wig endorsement, can y'all tell me this? Why? Because she just said in this same scene, she don't even wear wigs like that. This is very new to her. As Noelle was putting her wigs here, I thought it was a beautiful thing that Noelle was doing. But it's just like, I normally don't wear wigs. I don't do this. So then why you got an endorsement, girl? Are you the one to follow? You don't even wear wigs. You just plopping, you know, beauty supply stuff on your head. Why did I give her a deal? I can't. But anyway, I'm sorry. I'm doing a lot of Jordan hate, but I think it's because she reminds me of somebody I used to know. She reminds me of somebody I used to know. She's just a nasty woman. So after that, everybody wakes up. We're going to dinner. Child, I kid you not. I almost bought me some sushi. That food looked so good that they was eating. That sushi, it looked like one of them looked like it was volcano. They looked like they had spicy crunchy tuna rolls, eel sauce on top. Paul, I'm telling you, that stuff looked so good. They had those fried pickles. Child, my mouth was watering while I was watching that part of the episode. It stopped when somebody was like literally cutting into an octopus. I couldn't get with that. Now, I love me an eel roll, and you can give me some squid, okay? Fried squid. But I don't know who ordered it, but when they was cutting live into that octopus and eating it, I said, now we gotta draw the line somewhere. Did y'all see that when they was cutting into that octopus? That was too much for me. So anyway, they get down, they started eating the stuff. Eel sauce it's the best thing. I'm telling you, that sushi looks so good. So then after that, Alex was like, hey, and I don't know why he did this, because do you know who you're talking to? Jordan is not nice. Even if you're trying to be nice to her, she's going to be mean back to you. And you learned your lesson this day. You definitely learned your lesson this day. So we get down to the table as Jordan has been being mean this whole time and displacing her anger and talk about her hair falling out. Alex is sending a kind gesture and saying, hey, I've been noticing that, you know, Jordan, you haven't really been talking as much. And it seems as if you're kind of down. So, you know, what's going on? Child, out of everybody at the table, well, what do you mean? Do you like her? Are you trying to say you like her? You miss her? You miss her voice? You want to eat her out? You want to have sex with her? Like, he was like, no, she normally talks And I just wanted to say that I'm not really seeing her engage or talking to her. Oh, so you miss her voice? You miss her? You want to talk to her more? Oh, is that what's going on? You kind of miss her? You miss her a lot? You like her? No, is there something that's happening? There's something that's happening with you. I just trying to figure out something's happening with me. Oh, he says he misses you. Oh, he misses your voice. He misses you. They were putting too much on it, and it was making me uncomfortable for Alex. So then Bria was like, deep down inside, seriously, is everything okay? What does your deepest, darkest soul say? Here goes Jordan. And I'm sorry, I can't feel bad for her. I want to, but she was too mean this episode for me to feel something. She's like, there's been a lot of loss that I'm experiencing, and I've experienced since the age of 31, and or more. I've experienced more loss and things that have been happening with me more than other people. Okay, at the age of 31, and just I can't understand, and there's just so much that's happening. We do learn background information that her mother was a single parent. Was an only child. She was the only child. Her mother passed away, so then she had to live with her grandparents. So from there, she feels like at some point she's kind of catching up in life. I can only imagine being raised by like old people, but she's trying to catch up in life. She's like, maybe she would have started her DJing career and all of this other stuff earlier, and she's having a very hard time with it. She's missing out on a lot of things. She says that she's trying to catch up on life. She's losing her hair. Her dad is sick. She's single, which is a really big thing for her and frustrating for her. And she feels like she's going through a lot. She's trying to deal with everything. So now everybody's like, oh my God, we had no idea. And now she's crying again. I guess she loses her hair. She's crying. Everybody has to be, coddling all over her. And Jordan was always I'm not cooking anything tonight. We both have things that we're doing, so I ain't cooking anything tonight. So then Alex was like, thank you for sharing that with us. Like I feel like this is the first time in maybe a really long time that I get a chance to like kind of see you as a person. And I feel like you really kind of let us in, especially more than you did last year. Child, here goes Jordan. Actually, you don't know anything of what she went from. I just going through a lot of people don't understand too. Actually, you don't know anything about me. If you want to be gangster about it, I'm telling you that you had me amped up last year because of what you were doing to my friend. So don't try to sit here and say that you didn't want to get to know me. So that is not what's going on. When I say I would have got up from the table if I was Alex, what girl? I'm sitting here making sure that the people talk to you because you look a little down. Okay, you're losing your hair. You look a little down. Everything okay? You want to explain yourself? And now I get a chance to actually know you a little bit more. And I feel like, oh my God, I feel like I just really connected. Thank you for sharing. I definitely don't feel like I got that last year. And I'm glad that I connected with you. You don't know me. How dare you? Don't you ever say anything like that. You got me amped up. Where all that came from? Where all that come from? Where did all that come from? Jordan is just, she's a mean girl. She's mean. She's mean. So now he's sitting there and he's like, okay. I was just trying to bring up some stuff with you. And she's like, no, because you had my friend effed up and everything that you did with Shanice last year and bringing up what was going on, you Googled her and all that stuff. He said, first of all, I ain't Googled nobody. I didn't Google anybody. I got this information from Nick. That was the one, if we want to be honest, and that's your man's. That's your man's. He was the one who brought it up. I didn't Google anything, and I'm so upset at everybody trying to make it seem like it was weird of me and that I was the one who put that stuff out there. Y'all the ones who brought this stuff to the table, not me, okay? If anything, when I did bring it up, it was so that she can clear her name. To be honest, there's a lot of stuff that's going on the internet, and maybe she would want to get ahead of the story and talk about it. I was kind of protecting her. Now I said protecting, let's, we get a little far with that. But I understood what he was saying. Here goes Shanice, protecting me. You think you were protecting me? You re-traumatized me. You brought up this stuff. This man was suing me. God. When I say, if I was Alex, I would have gotten up from the table. I tried to ask this girl is everything okay? Because you're not communicating, or saying enough, and then you start yelling at me, and then she bring up the problems with this girl. Now this girl saying that I traumatized. I would have had to say, you know what? I kind of give up. Check please, because you don't win in this situation. Protect me, you traumatize me. Now people, they Google me, they bring it up when they're trying to date people. The men say, oh my God, what is this stuff where you trying to stalk someone and now you're suing me for 20K? Girl, what am I supposed to do? So there's like, look, who brought it up first? That's when Nick was like, okay, look, I was sitting with Alex. We were sitting with Alex, Bria, and all of us were talking. But to be honest, the real person who brought it up, the real villain, is Jasmine. Okay? Jasmine is the one who actually said it. At the time, she's like, okay, you're right. Sure. Yeah. Jasmine came mad. Yes, okay, sure. But she brought it up first, and clearly the other people were very uncomfortable about it. She's like, I just didn't like the fact that we were talking about it. You brought it up in the first place. My nudes went out. They were sending my phone number and everything, and they were making it seem like I was the stalker, which doesn't really trade well the fact that you was taking, secret photos of Alex and you was passing her. But I'll leave that alone. But the court case was thrown out because the judge even thought it was stupid. So now he couldn't do that. So now he's getting me civilly and he's trying to ask me for 20K, and it's getting out of control. Okay. Alex, God, please, like, bless his heart. He said, do you need a hug? You mind if I come over and give you a hug? Tried to pick, the room was scared. But he got up, he gave her a hug. We get it. We're all responsible for but then this is when Preston, so a couple of people get up. Preston says, look, let's be clear. I think all of us are responsible for how we communicate with each other and what we decide to share with each other. I don't think we've created an environment that makes it a safe space for all of us to share what's going on with us. We need to do a little bit more than that. So can we all just take accountability for the fact that we haven't created a safe space? Child, this is when, for some reason, I feel like at this point, Bria, she has a button internally that says annoy Preston. Boom, and she's able to push it. But that's when Bria was like, well, you know what? Speaking of not being able to say what you want to say, I'm going to say what I want to say. Or what I really do feel and what's bothering me is the fact that I'm uncomfortable with Mariah coming to the house, and you guys already know she was coming to the house. And I haven't been able to say anything, but that was something that was very frustrating to me, and I have to let it out. And if you guys want us to say what we're telling and be truthful about each other, I didn't feel safe saying it, but now if we're going to put it on the table, I'm going to say it. So she's like, okay. I did not understand where this is coming from. Jasmine was like, look, people are always thinking that, I could just move on with my feelings and I let people beat me up and I just get over it. But this is just becoming out of control. It's getting frustrated. So now she's mad. Jasmine upset. Bria's angry about it. The other people get up and leave. I loved when Big Booty Amir got up with Jordan. It was at the bar. She's like, do you want me to just bring this out? He was like, no, I'll wait for the drinks. I will wait here for the shots. Now, Jasmine's crying. She's frustrated. She can't do anything. All of the people around her are drunk. She's with child, and they're like, well, shots? Everybody shots. So now I'm sure that if I was Jasmine, that's when I would have been crying even more. And I can't even have a drink. This child is yelling at me and barking. So then here goes Bria. She's up around the table. Okay, then I'll be quiet then. Everybody wants me to be quiet. I'm saying we can bring people to the house if they haven't assaulted anyone. But no, I thought that we were going to be able to say what we want to say. Jasmine's like, look, let me tell you something. I came to this damn thing for y'all, okay, without my husband barking around telling me what to do, and y'all having to hear me get back shots of my back blown out. I came here, and I didn't even know where I stood with Jordan, Bria, none of y'all hosts, because y'all was doing stuff without me, okay? And I'm with child. My husband's not here. I can't have a cocktail with y'all. Half of y'all hoes was hanging out without me. Y'all acting like we're not friends. I'm dealing with the lot. And Bria was like, hey, well, she's able to feel that way. I'm not saying she can't feel hurt. I don't care. I mean, let her feel that way. If she feels hurt, if she feels bad, then that's okay. I'm okay with that. Just this was not the environment. My problem was I was with Bria when she was upset about the thing being upset, but this was not the time. Bria, you got back on the bad list. You and Milo could go. You and Milo could go right now expeditiously. It just got too much for me. It just got too much. Let me get off of here. Not 45 minutes. Jesus. Let me get off of here. Y'all, what y'all feel about this episode? Who y'all think was in the wrong? How do y'all feel about Jordan? Do y'all think she's mean? Y'all feel like someone was doing too much? How did you feel about Noelle this episode? Leave Milo alone. Leave Milo home. That's the new thing. Hashtag leave Milo home. Bree is an actress. She do too much for me. She do too much because y'all say Milo could stay. No, Milo can't. And I was wishing one of those alpacas ate Milo. Outside of that, y'all, make sure you like this video if you're still here. Thank you so much. Make sure you comment. Tell me what your thoughts are. I really love to hear what y'all thinking about it. Outside of that, if you all want to know more about me and everything else I have going on, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter, BusyBlu, no space, no E. You can also find me on Twitch, BusyBlu, where this should be streaming right now. I am so tired, y'all. I don't know how I made it through today. I will say this. I'm about to go get busy, and you all stay busy. Till next time. See you.